to do this. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. For those of you in institutional research who joined us yesterday, thank you for coming back for a second day. I feel like it's a good day to talk about Workforce Challenge on the heels of the awards of the Regional Workforce Grants. Everybody's in a really good mood today. So the primary focus for our gathering today will be to discuss the requirements of Act 613, which created the Workforce Challenge Scholarship. So we have kind of an interesting mix of folks in the room today. We have people from institutional research, financial aid. I think we have some advancement people here, and also those of you who work in non-credit workforce training. So we're going to touch on a bit of what each of you do today. We're going to talk about student eligibility for the Workforce Challenge. We're going to talk about programmatic eligibility and also reporting requirements. I did want to let you know that we have been in communication with your advancement officers about ways that you can market this program to your industry partners. I think we have a great opportunity to engage our industry and workforce partners in these programs. Hopefully that will help you recruit additional students into these programs that have traditionally been a little difficult to fund. So I have my staff here today, and we'll go ahead and get us kicked off since we're starting a little late to talk about the requirements. But again, welcome to the Department of Higher Ed. We're excited about this program and what it's going to do for your students and your communities.
All right, good morning. For y'all, those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Jonathan Coleman. I'm a financial aid manager. I'm going to focus on the financial aid portion of Workforce Challenge, what it's going to look like for the students to apply and what it'll look for institutions on your end when we start sending rosters out. So Workforce Challenge was created in 2017 and it's funded by excess lottery revenue. The purpose is for workforce training in high demand areas of healthcare, information technology, and industry. And it's not limited to credit bearing programs like all of our other programs are. Non-credit also qualify. Y'all know all that. Okay. Let's get into what it will look like in Universal. This is what the student, they fill the application out. The question that they're worried about for Workforce Challenge is this: are you enrolled or accepted into one of the following programs? It's the very last question. There's a link there where it says following programs. That's a link. It will pull up the list of eligible programs. So they can look, they can say, okay, well, I'll read, go through. It's by institution and program are there. The idea with putting this link on it was with our future, they just answer yes because they think, oh, well, of course I'm interested in a STEM degree. So now we have thousands of students who are interested, but they're not enrolled in an eligible program. That adds more students to the rosters that y'all have to give us information on. We hope that putting this list on the application will cut down on students who aren't actually ever going to be enrolled in one of these programs, so they can actually see if the program that they're in or they're applying to will be an eligible program. He's working. Okay. She says it's coming on. Okay, so the way that we set up Workforce Challenge is once the student applies, we will then verify that they meet the minimum eligibility requirements: an Arkansas resident, high school graduate, or the equivalent from in-state or out of state, and that they're not a current academic challenge recipient. Once that happens, once we have all that information, they'll be deemed eligible, and then they will get an award notice. It's a conditional award notice. It says this is not a guarantee of funds. By accepting this, you give us permission to verify that you're in an eligible program with your school. And the way that, since a student cannot be an academic challenge recipient, it's set up in the system that if they get offered both, Once they accept academic challenge, it will decline workforce challenge. It's similar to how we handle governor's distinguished and academic challenge. So regardless of what order they're offered, what order they accepted, if they offer academic challenge, it's gonna default to decline for workforce challenge. This is what the student will see. This is what our student accounts will look like on their end. This is their overview page. You can see the students applied for academic challenge and workforce challenge. They can click on this button right here and see if there's any information missing. So if they are a GED student, we'll require them to send that to us. If we don't have it, then it'll tell them, no, we don't have that. You need to send it to us. If they've sent it to us, send us information for another application, for academic challenge, for any other program, it'll filter into this application as well, so they won't have to resend anything. This is what, when they click on that, this is what it looks like. And there's no FAFSA requirement, so we don't have to worry about that. Like I said, GED results, if they've already sent it to us, we'll pull it from the other application. High school transcripts, since we have to verify that they're a high school graduate, we'll ask for a transcript. If they're a recent Arkansas public high school graduate, we'll pull that information from Triand. I think we go back to 2012 for that. So anything before that, they'll have to send us a transcript. And like I said, this student's done it all. So if there was something missing, it would say no right here where it's indicating yes. And here's the award notice right here. You meet the minimum eligibility requirements for workforce challenge. It's not a guarantee of award, and it breaks down what it can pay for, and it gives a link to their account, and it will also have a link to the information page for the program to give them a little bit more detailed information about the program. And here is the acceptance page where they would log into their account to accept the grant. I've read the information, accept the award. Once they do that, they'll be on a verification roster. This is very similar to what we do with academic challenge. Yeah. They'll have to go in and fill out a new application, go through the questionnaire again. Yeah, the question was if students have applied for other programs since October 1st of 2017, will they have to go in and fill out a new application for workforce challenge? And yes, they will have to go in and fill out the application again. So like academic challenge, we verify all the information, offer them the scholarship, and then each year at each semester, financial aid offices verify that they're in an eligible program. That's what we're going to do with workforce challenge. We didn't want to do the 2 roster system like we did with our future because it seemed like it was a lot. So we're going to give them the conditional award offer. This is what you can get, but you have to be in one of these eligible programs to get funded. Once they accept it, you'll get a verification roster. It's a really simple roster, not much on it. Are they enrolled in an eligible program? Yes or no. Is it credit or non-credit? And the award amount. And the award amount is the lesser of $800 or the cost of a certificate program or program of study. And it's going to default to $800 in the roster, but it'll let you change it. But if you change it to, say, $950, $1,000, it'll give you an error when you try to submit it. So it's not going to let you submit something that's over $800. And the way that these are going to work, we wanted this to be a continual system, the rosters to be continual. Since it's going to be, this application will be available 365 days a year. Some of these non-credit programs, a student might wake up on Tuesday and decide they want to start the program on Monday. And we don't want our deadlines to prevent that student from doing it. So this, they can apply 365 days a year. We ask for 30 days prior to enrollment if they apply. If they don't, it won't kick them out. We might be able to process their application in 2 days. That's possible, but we ask for 30 days. In the verification rosters, the idea is that students that are eligible get on your verification roster. You submit that back to us when you have however many, say 50 students on it that are eligible. Say you submit 50 students that are eligible for money in their awards. If there were 10 students that you said, no, they're not in an eligible program, they will continue on to the next verification roster. We'll pay the roster you submit, but those 10 students will be on the next roster just in case that student just hasn't enrolled in their program yet. Mm-hmm. No, they'll stay on the verification roster. There'll be a point, probably academic year, where if they apply for 18-19 and by the end of next summer they haven't been awarded, they'll have to reapply. And another thing with the verification roster, when we process them, the plan is that right now you can look and I don't remember what the category, all the tables are, but it's eligible, and then there's dropped and hold. We're going to add an awarded field to these rosters, so you'll be able, when you get a new verification roster, you'll see the students that have already been awarded for the year. See, this is just the verification. This is from my end. Not much is required to report on these. Eligible program, that college credit column, is it credit or non-credit? The award amount, and this is what it'll look like if you download it as a CSV. Okay, I called this tab continuing eligibility. There's not really continuing eligibility for Workforce Challenge since it's non-renewable. But a student who successfully completes the program that they're awarded for, they can reapply for another eligible program and receive it again. If they fail to complete, they can reapply and get it one time. So that will be contained in a continuing eligibility roster. It's going to be real simple. Did they complete the program? Yes or no? And then we'll handle whether or not they can reapply in our system with specific statuses. But y'all don't have to worry about that. And we're still working on how we will track what programs they've received it for. Since if they get it for one, we have to know what program they cannot be awarded again for. So we're still working on how we'll track that. And then agreements between institutions. Eligible institutions can enter into agreements with other schools, including technical schools, to allow students to take courses at those ineligible institutions. Hope y'all have a lot of questions. And I actually did have one question for the financial aid offices. It was just brought to my attention earlier, I think last week. Do y'all have access to those non-credit courses in financial aid? Well, you don't. Okay. Yes. It would be any program. Yeah. It says one time. If they are unsuccessful in completing their program, it says they can reapply one time. Yeah. Yeah. They get 2 chances. Yes, ma'am. If they complete it, they can go ahead and start again, reapply and start another program. Yes, ma'am. I don't remember. They could.
Yeah. So the question was, would an apprenticeship program be an eligible program? And they could be if that program was on your demand list. And if it's not, if you applied for that through your institution, through the department, it could be.
If it's one program, they can only receive the payment one time. They would get one. They would get one $800 payment. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't involved in it. We'll ask every year. We'll ask every year. Yeah. No. No. Deadline's passed. All the eligible programs are on the website already. Yeah, they're on the website. Yeah. You can't get both. This would pay first. Yes, ma'am. No, there's no work requirement with this program. I would say it wouldn't be eligible. Yeah, the question was if they purchase their books, equipment, everything from the school, it's eligible. If they purchase it somewhere else, I would say it's not eligible.
That's correct, because the award is made to the institution, not to the student, and it's not liquidatable back to the student. So it has to be a charge from the institution.
Yes, ma'am. No, there's no age requirement. Those few little eligibility requirements that I gave you, that's all there is. Just the big one, they have to be in one of those programs. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's what I'll be presenting next.
There you go. That's the 30 days. The 30-day, we're asking for 30 days to process their application. But if they apply on a Tuesday and start on a Monday, we could have them processed that quickly. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. If they start and someone from your campus says, "Hey, you're in one of this program, you need to apply for it," that's fine. Yes, ma'am. Anybody else? Okay. That was quick. That's all I've got. Yep. Yeah, Clay. Yep. Yep. It'll be the exact same. They're not, if the student's not charged anything, then no. So I'll make sure I repeat this right. If a student is in like a Microsoft Office course, certification course, and whoever they work for, a company is paying for it, would that student be eligible? No, the student's not being charged anything, so they wouldn't be eligible. That's right. That's right. But it would go before our future. Okay. Thank y'all, and I'll be hanging out if y'all come up with any questions while y'all are still here. Thank you.